These are the best mini games in Minecraft to play right now. Minecraft is an incredibly customizable game, and as such, people have come up with some pretty awesome things to do in it. What's up, guys? Welcome to Hubcraft, and today we're going to be checking out 10 of the best mini games ever created in Minecraft. Let me know in the comments which of these is your favorite, or if we missed one. So without further delay, let's get started. Starting things off is a mode you've probably heard of, and that is TNT Wars. Now, TNT Wars bears a lot of similarity to the popular Worms franchise. Two teams spawn in opposite regions of the map with an ungodly amount of TNT, explosives, and other throwables. At that point, you have to work together to try to launch the TNT into the other team's base while defending your own. While the maps will often add things between you to shake up the gameplay, the outline is very simple, and that's what makes it so fun. How good are you at building TNT cannons? If you don't know how to do it, you should probably stay away from this minigame. But then again, if you want to learn really quickly how to do it, then maybe you should play TNT Wars. Skywars is a very simple twist on the established PvP duel format. Two players spawn into the map with the goal to kill each other. However, each player starts on an island floating in the sky. At that point, you have to figure out how to get over to the other person's island to kill them. Now, there is also usually a third island in between you two with a ton of good loot, but if you try to rush for it, you risk screwing yourself in the process. There are a ton of different rule sets and loot pools for Skywars to keep things interesting, but even on its own, it's a really addicting game mode. It seems that the most simple PvP experiences are always the best ones in a game like this. Cops and Robbers. Now, this game mode was actually made as a replica of the fan-made Halo 3 minigame. One player is a cop while the others are robbers locked in a prison. The cop has to order the robbers around and tell them what to do, while the robbers have to secretly coordinate their plan. It's an entertaining game of cat and mouse, and the cop is usually outnumbered, but is not allowed to just lock the robbers in their cells, whereas the robbers may have numbers on their side, but they need to figure out their escape plan without the cop getting suspicious and putting a stop to it. It's a good game for role-playing and destroying friendships. I highly recommend it. Now, this next one is probably my favorite game mode on this list, and that is Spleef. It's an extremely basic game mode that's incredibly addicting. A group of players are spawned in on a flat surface, at which point it becomes the goal to knock the others off. You can use your pickaxe to break the floor beneath them to send them plummeting to their doom, but that also involves getting close enough for them to break your floor as well. You could try to get close and scare them off like a game of chicken, but that's a risky play as you could get psyched off yourself. But remember, hitting another player is against the rules. The sheer simplicity of this game mode has made it a fan favorite in the Minecraft community, and despite being an extremely easy game to learn, it's super tough to master and one of the most addicting mini games around. Moving along, we have Parkour. Similar to an obstacle course, Parkour is a mini game that you can play by yourself or against the clock with your friends. You spawn into a map, at which point you simply have to get from point A to point B. However, as you'd imagine, that's a lot easier said than done, as this will involve a lot of precise jumps and navigation from platform to platform. Some parkour maps will also have rules in place like permanent sprinting in order to speed things up and make them more challenging. It's simple but very addicting, as once you beat a map for the first time, the goal then becomes to beat your personal speed record. Similar to Parkour is Death Run, which has the same general idea to it, but with much higher stakes and a lot faster of a pace. Instead of everybody just running from point A to point B, there are now two teams, runners and deaths. The runners are again just trying to get to the end of the course, but the deaths have access to tons of traps that they can use to throw the runners off course. The ultimate goal for the deaths is to eliminate all runners before they reach the end. Have you ever been watching a foot race between some friends in gym class and wished you could just untie their shoes to make them trip out of nowhere to make things more interesting? Well, Minecraft Death Run is basically that in video game form, and it's super fun to play on both teams. Next up, we have Build Battle, and no, we're not talking about the Fortnite one. Build Battle is a very popular mini game where you and your Minecraft buddies can try to figure out who can build the fastest and most efficiently. Before the match starts, the players will decide on something to build and how much time they have to get it done, and then they will go on their separate ways to try to complete their build in the designated time limit while also making it as impressive as possible. The players are also not allowed to see each other's work until the build battle ends and you begin judging each other's work. Everybody votes on whose build was the best, and obviously you can't vote for yourself, which determines the winner. In a game like Minecraft that's all about creation and building, this is a pretty good game to play. It's like what you and your friends would do with Legos when you were kids. That poses a very interesting question. Do kids even play with Legos nowadays, or is it just Fortnite and Minecraft? Moving along, we have Bed Wars, and no, this isn't a competition to see who can sleep better, although I would love to play that. Bed Wars is very similar to Skywars, but instead of starting on an island, you start on a bed on opposite sides sides of the same island. You then have to venture out to try and destroy the enemy player's bed, while also protecting your own, obviously requiring you to weigh out the pros and cons of leaving your bed behind. There will also be pretty juicy loot spawning in around the map, enticing you to leave your bed behind while rolling the dice on whether the other players is currently out for blood, or I guess out for sheets in this case, or are chilling at home defending their turf. And if you do happen to die out in your ventures to destroy other beds, then as long as your bed is still up, you can respawn in it as much as you want. But as soon as your bed is destroyed and then you die, it's game over. Bed Wars is a very popular game mode and has even been expanded upon into other games like Cake Wars and Egg Wars, which have the same general concept but different settings and loot themes. Next up, we have Ultra Hardcore. Now, Hardcore mode is a popular game type in Minecraft, but with the community being as passionate as they are, it shouldn't be surprising that the Ultra Hardcore variant has been around for quite some time now. In Ultra Hardcore, most of the rules are the same as standard hardcore, but with the key change of not being able to regenerate health like you would in the normal mode automatically. If you get hurt, you have to use potions or consumables to get your health back. As you probably know, those resources are few and far between in Minecraft. You could play Ultra Hardcore in PvE setting like normal, or you could get freaky with it and play Ultra Hardcore PvP, where it's the same game, but you start the map with multiple other players and you have to be the last person standing by the time it's over. Ultra Hardcore was first played in February of 2012 and is still one of the most popular mini games around. Last but very not least, we have survival games, aka Hunger Games. Inspired by the Hunger Games books and movies, survival games has been around for a long time, and many consider it to be the first true battle royale game. Much like in the books that it's based on, survival games has a group of players spawning in the middle of a map and then dispersing to look for weapons, loot, and survival gear in order to be the last one standing. The rules obviously vary from host to host, but some matches will have the play area shrink with time in order to force engagements, while others will eventually teleport all of the surviving players into an arena to fight to the death in order to determine the winner. Survival games has been a huge hit with the Minecraft community, and it largely gave birth to the battle royale genre as we know it. But hey guys, that is going to wrap it up with this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Did we miss any mini games that you thought deserved to be on this list? Let us know in the comment section, and hey, while you're at it, be sure to subscribe to Hubcraft, our new channel. This is the very first video going up. So thank you guys all for watching right now, and until next time, this has been Wes from Hubcraft, and I will talk to you on the next video.